You know, good afternoon. It is an honor to speak to so many passionate Texans dedicated to defending our faith, our families, and the values that made this nation great. Now more than ever, Texas needs your help, your voice, and your prayers. Representative Leach, wherever you went. What a great representative we have in Representative Leach for working with us on American law for American courts and standing with us for faith and family. Our family values and our faith make us who we are as a nation and a people. America has led because we have followed our principles and walked in faith. We have honored the sacred concept of family, and it has brought stability to our society. As those family values are attacked repeatedly, our society becomes less stable. Yet despite attempts to erode these values and principles, we remain a nation committed to fight for our family, for life, and the right to exercise our religious freedom. Is that right? Exercise clause of the Constitution explicitly states that Congress shall establish no law prohibiting the free exercise of religion. However, we know that local city governments and progressive activist judges, they don't feel the same way, and it doesn't matter to them how they interpret the law. The ideas that have had the most value to our society are under assault. Because we hold our faith so dear and because it is so valuable to our society, we need to use every tool to protect it. As a state constitutional amendment, that provides the best protection of our religious liberties. Now, I introduced SJR 10, the Restoring Religious Freedom Amendment, to ensure that this founding freedom is protected for all Texas citizens and that no local, state, or county government can infringe on these rights. Now let me step back a minute and say, I said it's SJR 10. So it's a joint resolution to be on the ballot for constitutional amendment. But that couldn't have got that number. We could not have gotten that as far as it is without the Lieutenant Governor, Dan Patrick. Thank you very much, sir. This resolution, this amendment, is about stopping big government from forcing Texas families to violate their faith and run businesses in opposition to their values. This is about stopping liberal mayors, as an example, from making us feel less welcome in our own hometowns because we are committed to traditional religious values. When local governments pass ordinances dictating our religious practices in our own homes and businesses, that doesn't mesh with the values of freedom and liberty that this nation was founded on. It is not discriminatory, as they want to call it, but it's actually discriminating against who? Against us, against our families, our values. They're discriminating against us for honoring our traditional values and believing in God greater than the government. Lest we forget, our nation was founded by those fleeing religious persecution. They came here to found a nation where religious practices and thoughts were not policed by the government. Now today, have we come full circle? Cities controlled by progressive mayors want to dictate the values that we can espouse in our businesses and subpoena, really, our pastors in the name of tolerance and diversity? Well, where's the tolerance and diversity for our traditional values? None of these city ordinances that restrict Texans of faith have ever been put in front of the voters. And I wonder why. Because they know that we will defeat them. Meanwhile, I am happy and I'm honored to be able to be the one to carry this SJR 10 and put it up for a statewide vote, because I know that we are a state of deep and many faiths. We have the support, again, of our great Lieutenant Governor, and we will pass this bill, but it needs your help and your prayers. And that's not who we go to as the last resort. That's who we take forward in this battle. The most important religious freedom is the freedom to practice our religion, not just to think it. SJR 10 strengthens the tenets of freedom that Americans in Texas recognize that are at the heart of who we are as a people, emphasizing the value of our faith. 15 other states have already adopted similar language in their constitutions, and Texans of faith should be afforded the same guaranteed protection of liberty. Thank you for helping us keep religious freedom strong in Texas. And why? Why must we keep religious freedom strong in Texas? Because, folks, we don't have another Texas to move to. Now, speaking of keeping Texas strong, I am so proud that we have Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick. He is our leader. He is strong, and he's got the same values that we have. I want us to show him that. Well, let me finish introducing him. I get so excited about this. I am very proud to introduce him. He's a dear friend of mine and a true conservative. Dan Patrick is one of the most dynamic and dedicated elected officials to serve our state. He is known for his work ethic. He's never missed a day in voting in the Senate the whole time he was here. He's a strong family man, and he's been married to his wife, precious wife Jan, for nearly 40 years. Yes. Worked with him on pro-life issues, pro-family issues, and I can personally attest to his great leadership in fighting for the conservative values that have made this state strong and our nation strong. Governor Patrick was the first Texas senator to file legislation to introduce religious freedom protection to our state constitution. And I look forward to having his support, as I've already said, in this session. He's a man of principle, a man of God, and it's no wonder that he had a sweeping victory in November to lead us. Please help me welcome our leader for religious freedom, Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick.